Hello, friends, and good morning. This is intended to be a mellow morning practice. So you'll need 2 yoga blocks for this class, as well as a yoga strap. If you have the luxury of a bolster, which I'm sitting on here, go ahead and use that instead. And the first pose that we'll do is supported fish. So if you have a bolster, you could lay down with the bolster at your sacrum, base of the spine. And then it's going to create a lift through the whole entire spine, from the low back through the thoracic, ideally supporting the back of the head. If you have a longer torso, then you would want to slide the bolster higher up so that it does support the back of your head. Then you can simply rest with your arms at your sides, relaxing the body. No bolster, no problem. With yoga blocks, there's a few different ways you can do it. You can put a yoga block in between your shoulder blades with a second yoga block at the back of the head. And the idea here is that we're creating a lift behind the heart and also supporting the back of the skull. You can use your hands to adjust that second block so it's on the back of the skull and the neck is in free space. And then once you get comfortable, you can bring your arms by your sides. Legs can be straight, just like the previous variation, or you can bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees rest out to the sides, lengthening along the inner thighs. And then make the priority focus on the breath. Long, slow breath. Try to slow your inhale to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fill up to the heart and hold. And then slow the exhale to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top. Long, slow exhale with an ocean sound. Count your own breath. And softening the belly, inhale. Drawing the breath from the belly to the chest. Short hold, and then long exhalation. And continue. We'll be here for a little longer, watching the breath. Next, we'll add movement. So as you inhale, lift the arms over the head towards the back of the mat. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows out to the sides into a W shape, opening across the chest more. Inhale, reach the arms back, slowly straightening. Lift your shoulder blades to your ears. And then exhale, bend the arms into a cactus branch. And continue. Inhale, reaching back. Shoulder blades spread and then lift. Exhale, bending the arms. And invite a little suction inwards below your belly button, just like pulling on a tight pair of jeans. Inhale to reach back. It's been well over a year since I've actually tried to wear those. Probably longer, to be honest. Exhale, bend the arms. So if you come up with a better cue, please share it with me. A few more to go. And next exhale, we'll meet with the elbows bent, close to the ribs, and pause there. Try to roll your shoulder heads back towards the ground, drawing the shoulder blades a little closer together. And then explore. Internally rotate the shoulders, keeping the chest open. Bring the hands towards the floor next to the hips. Exhale, externally rotate, palms facing the sky. Inhale, rotate the arm bone inwards. It's not about how far you go, it's about keeping the shoulder head back and down. And then exhale, rotating outwards. And continue, going at your own pace, explore. Upper back is strong through the whole movement. And this is a great way to notice differences between left and right. Try to stay with the breath. And next inhale, reach the arms straight back overhead. And we'll pause there for a few moments, breathing deeply and slowly. Imagine the heart lifting to the chin. And exhale, connect with your core, bring the legs parallel, soles the feet on the floor, knees bent. Take your right hand to the back of your head, left forearm to the floor. Exhale, use your core, roll to your left, and then we'll slide the blocks off to the side. Bend your knees with the feet about hip width, spread the arms out like wings, and then slowly windshield wiper the legs, going from side to side, keeping the feet as wide as the mat. Inhale across center. Exhale to the left. Inhale across center. And exhale to the right, extending the left hip. Continue exploring at your own pace. A few more vinyasas, moving with the breath. And then take both knees to the right side and hook your right ankle on the outside of your left thigh, using it to press the left thigh down. Inhale, left arm reaching overhead towards the back of the mat. And breathe. You can explore lifting and lowering your right knee as you're breathing here. This can have the effect of massaging the right buttock into the floor. It can also have the effect of creating a little more stretch through the outside of your left hip, as that leg finds a little more inward spin, a little more adduction. Motion is lotion. And then come back to center. Take the feet wide, spread the arms, and exhale to the left side. Back to center on your inhale, and then keep going dynamically side to side a few more times. Take both knees towards the left. Keep the feet as wide as the mat. And we'll hang out. You can bring your left ankle to the outside of that right thigh, using it to press the right thigh down. Inhale, right arm reaching back by the ear, allowing the shoulder blade to lift to the ear, and breathe. Explore a little movement in the left hip, lifting and lowering the left knee. Slow, deep breath. So by doing these movements, we're improving blood flow. We're introducing the nervous system to new experiences. And through repetitive exposure, the nervous system gets used to something, and it becomes more natural, more comfortable, more easily accessed. I could stay here for a lot longer, but this is a short class, so let's come back to center. Windshield wiper the legs side to side again. Nice easy movements, massaging hips. And then come into half happy baby. Hug your right knee to your shoulder. Give it a big squeeze. Just take a few breaths here. Explore drawing the knee a little further out to the right, away from the midline. So now we've externally rotated the hip a little. Now lift your right foot to the sky, opening the knee joint for happy baby, just the half version. Take hold of the right foot or shin. There is also the option of taking a strap around the foot. Either way, actively spread your toes. Flex your toes towards your shin, engaging the front of that shin, and then pull back with the arm. This gentle effort is probably enough. Draw the knee outside the rib cage and breathe. Option 1, keep your head on the floor. Option 2, exhale to tuck the chin, engage the front of the neck to lengthen the back of the neck, and engage your core, lifting the head and shoulders off the ground. 3 more breaths. One more breath. Inhale, relax the head down. And exhale, straighten that right leg up to the sky, either using your strap or hook the big toe. And then make some big circles in your right leg, coming across to the left and way over to the right side. You might find a similar stretch in the outside of your hip as you bring your leg over to the left. You may also find a nice stretch in the hamstrings and inner leg muscles as you go off to the right. So really explore. Take your time. Bringing that strap, bring the leg over to the left. Take the strap with your left hand, or hold the outside of the leg with your left hand. Exhale, twist, pulling back with the left arm while turning the chest to the right. And breathe. No strap, no problem. If you can't reach the foot, you can simply bend your knee. Take your left hand to the outside of the right thigh. And then play with the counteractions of using the left side of the core to turn the right chest open. At the same time, you can pull down on that thigh with your hand. A few more breaths. Explore pressing your thigh up against your hand for those of you with the knee bent. Engaging those hip abductors can actually help us get a bit more movement through the chest, twisting through the thoracic. And then come back to center, and we'll let go. Hug the left knee to the shoulder, give it a squeeze. Draw that knee out to the side, away from the midline. And then set up half happy baby. using the strap, or take hold of the foot or shin. And then with an exhale, pull back gently, engaging the front of the shins, spread the toes, and breathe. You're welcome to keep your head on the floor relaxed. Option 2, tuck the chin, engaging the front of the neck and the core to lift the head and shoulders. And with an inhale, relax the head down. And then straighten your leg. Take hold of the big toe or take a strap around the left foot. Once that leg is straight, you can pull back on it and then make some circles, bringing the leg out to the left and then across to the right side. Try to keep your quadriceps contracted in the left thigh the whole time. Toes spreading. Breath deep. And then taking the strap with the right hand, exhale, twist, bring the leg over to the right, and breathe. And the other option is taking the hand to the outside of the thigh. And then we can use the right side of the core to help turn to the left, opening the left chest, leaning into that left shoulder. And then letting go, come back to center. Set the strap aside. Center your pelvis on the mat and bring your hands next to your hips. Set up the legs just like bridge pose, feet hip width apart. On an inhale breath, lift the arms over the head towards the back of the mat. Exhale from the core, lift the tailbone, mid-spine, come all the way up. Inhale, slowly bring your arms down. Exhale, lower through the vertebra, scooping the tailbone forward. Inhale to lift the arms overhead again. Repeating a few more times. Exhale, draw the front ribs in, scoop the tailbone up, lift the spine. Inhale, bring the arms down. Exhale, lowering vertebra by vertebra. Last one. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, scooping tail forward, front ribs move in, lift your hips. Inhale, slowly bring your arms down, and then pause there. Hold on to the edges of the mat with your hands. Try to tear the mat apart and wiggle your upper arm bones closer to each other, squeezing the shoulder blades a bit more. So this creates more of a natural curve through the whole spine. We're just going to hang out there for a few breaths, breathing. Focus on keeping the legs parallel and strong. If you push your heels towards your shoulders, that's a cue to activate the hamstrings, which can give us a good feel of lengthening the low back, sending the tailbone towards the knees. You can now attempt to straighten the legs without changing your feet. This can have the effect of bringing the hips up higher. Strong buttocks. One more breath. And exhale all the way down. Very good. Now raise your arms over the head. Take a long breath in. And then take an exhale breath. So notice the curve of your low back. Hover the feet off the ground. Take a breath in. See how much you can straighten your legs to the sky while maintaining the natural curve of your lumbar. As you exhale, draw the front ribs in, flattening the back, and then try to scoop your tailbone up, lifting the hips, maybe even lifting the low back off the floor. Inhale, slowly lower down through the vertebra. And repeat that 5 times. Exhale, front ribs in, core strong, lifting the hips, lifting the spine as much as you can. Inhale, lowering through the vertebra. Keep the head centered. Just do the best you can. Don't worry about what it looks like. Feel your way through the movement. Moving from the core. And last one. And laying on the back, draw your knees in, cross your ankles. As you tuck the chin, roll forward and back along the length of the spine. And come all the way up. Make your way into table position. We'll do a few rounds of cat and cow, so the hands are forward of the shoulders. As you exhale, scoop the tail under, draw the front ribs in, and look to your belly button. As you inhale, draw the heart forwards, keep the tail heavy. Near the end of the movement, lengthen your belly a bit more. And then exhale, scooping the tail under, draw the core of the body into the ribs. Head is the last thing to tuck in. Inhale, keep the tail heavy, draw the heart forwards, strong in the core. Very slowly start to lift the buttocks, lift the chin. And then exhale, scooping the tail under, strong core, shoulder blades spreading, and then tuck in the chin. Explore a few more on your own. Heart leads the way on the in-breath. Keep the core active, tail dropped. Near the end of it, go ahead and lift the chin, lift the buttocks. Exhale, scooping the tail under, drawing the ribs in. And once more, inhale forwards. On your next exhale, draw the front ribs in. Walk the hands further forward, coming into this variation of Anahatasana, heart opening pose. So hands about shoulder width or wider. Keep drawing the ribs in. And then bow the forehead towards the floor. And breathe. Arms totally straight. You're welcome to stay on the palms or go up onto the tips of the fingers to get a little bit more into the shoulder range of motion, potentially. Keep drawing the front ribs in, sending the breath into the back body. Sending the breath into the kidneys, low back region. Maybe you can feel the breath laterally as well, flowing up to the sides. And then lift your head. Bring the hands under your shoulders to table, toes together. And with an inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, reaching underneath the left arm. Again, inhale, lift the right arm up. And continue a few more at your own pace, threading through the exhale. And next exhale, thread through. Pausing there. Walk your left fingertips further forward. So we're taking that shoulder to its full range, just like Anahatasana with a twist, literally. So the ribs draw in, strong in the right side of the core, left chest turning open, and breathe. Next exhale, bring the left hand next to the face. Inhale, right arm up, open your chest. Exhale, back to center, switching sides. Left arm up on an inhale, open the chest. Exhale, thread the needle, and repeat that a few more times. Inhale, reach up, front ribs moving in. Exhale, thread a little stronger through the left side of the core. And keep on going. Last one. Exhale to thread the needle. Strong in the left side of the core. Right fingertips come forward. Lift the palm, straighten the arm, and breathe. Keeping the obliques strong on the left side. Tail heavy. And next exhale, bring the right hand next to the cheek. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, back to the center. Now take your forearms to the floor where your elbows were. Parallel in the forearms, tuck your toes under, and lift your knees up. Turn the hips out so the feet and knees will be on the same angle. And then take a breath in. Think of dropping the tail. Exhale, bend your knees more, pushing the hips back. Inhale, forward, shoulders over elbows. Exhale, pushing the heart through the arms. And a few more times at your own pace. So we're loading the shoulder, but we're also exploring its range of motion. Exploring mobility by moving into positions that we can control with strength. Good, last one, pushing the hips back. And then lower your knees to the floor again. Take your hands to the floor a little bit past your shoulders. And with an exhale, we're going to go all the way onto the belly. You just want to make sure there's a nice runway so you can swim your arms out to the sides. So I'm going to move some of my stuff back here. There we go. It's worth it. And we'll start off in Sphinx pose on the forearms, elbows a little bit past your shoulders. Relax and lengthen the belly. Take some deep breath into your belly. On your inhale, push into your forearms to lift the heart more. And then exhale, lower the heart down and bring your hands where your elbows were. Cobra pose. Bring your heels together, bend the knees. Inhale, lift the shoulder heads away from the floor. And pause. You're welcome to cultivate stillness and breathe. Option 2 is press one of your shoulders forward and then the other. Gradually coming up higher and higher. So this is the snakiest of the cobras. As you get more comfortable with this posture, aiming the feet towards the head, you can get some really nice hip extension as well. Stretching the front of the hip as that shoulder presses forward. Letting the tail move with you. And then we'll lower the snake, come all the way down. Take your hands to your sacrum. This one isn't as interesting to look at, but it's very good stuff. Legs together for locust pose. You're welcome to bring your forehead to the ground as well. On an inhale, lift the legs and heart. Reach the right arm out to the side and forwards. And then exhale, slowly come down. Inhale, left arm. Thumbs up at the top if possible. And exhale down. Inhale, right arm. Lift the opposite leg. Exhale, center. Inhale, left arm, opposite leg. Exhale, center, and continue. Inhale, take up lots of space. Exhale, center. Keep on going. And next time the right arm comes forward, pause there for 3 breaths. Lift the opposite leg. 1, lift the left shoulder head away from the ground. 2, and 3, come down. Other side, left arm on the inhale, opposite leg. And breathe. 1. Lifting both shoulders from the floor. 2, the right shoulder head rolls back. And 3. This time we'll take both arms forward. And inhale, lift everything up. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Hands by your low ribs. Push up onto your knees with a strong core, drawing the front ribs in. And then taking the hands forward. Let the forearms come down. And relax into this variation of puppy stretch on the forearms. Inhale to lift your head. And then take your yoga blocks. Setting up a table position, have a block on either side of you. Either stay in table or push back to down dog. And we'll take an inhale to lift the right leg, bending the knee. Exhale to step the right foot outside of your hand. Take the yoga blocks underneath your hands as well. And as you inhale, explore bending into the right knee. As you exhale, lean back and straighten the right leg to your own comfortable degree. Inhale to bend the knee. Option to lift the chin. Exhale, moving from the core and lean back. And then keep on going at your own pace. Exploring stretching into the hamstrings, straightening the leg, getting into the calf as well. And as you bend the knee, maybe you can find a stretch in the front of the left hip as part of the heart opening pattern. Last one. We'll meet in that lunging position on the inhale, and then pause there. Exhale, slightly draw the ribs in, tuck your chin. Maybe that helps you find more of a stretch in the front of that left hip. You can also think of it as slightly reversing the bend of the right knee, pushing into the heel to activate the glutes and hamstrings. Press your legs towards each other and breathe. Now, keeping that squeezing of the legs towards each other, take the hands off the blocks. Inhale, lift the arms up. Join the palms together. Exhale, reach the hands to the back of the head or keep going towards the base of the neck. And breathe. Elbows drawing in, core strong. And then straightening the front leg, take the hands down to the blocks. Inhale, lift the heart. Feel free to slide the right foot further forward. Exhale, fold over that right leg. Your spine could be straight or rounded. It's up to you. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, take the legs back to table or downward dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward outside the hand. Lower your right knee, hands to the blocks. Inhale to bend the front knee. Feel free to wiggle the foot forward a bit. And then exhale, drawing the ribs in, straighten the front leg. Inhale, bend the front knee. Slowly lift the heart. And exhale, moving from the core of the body. Continue flowing with your breath to your own comfortable degree. And then we'll meet in that lunging position. Take a breath in. Exhale, mini movement, slightly reversing the bend of the knee. Draw the front ribs in with your core. Press that right hip forward with buttock power. Pull the left heel back, which is also going to relate to hamstring and buttock power. And breathe. Try looking towards your navel as the ribs move back in towards the core of the body. Maybe you can find that hip flexor stretch, the front of the right hip. So keep squeezing the legs towards each other. Make this a strong, active pose. And with an inhale, lift the arms off the blocks. Join the hands, elbows in. Exhale, stronger in the core, reaching the hands down the back. Elbows in, and breathe. It's hard work to have an open heart. And then exhale, hands down. Lean back, take a breath in. Feel free to slide that left foot forward a little more. And exhale, fold over your leg to your own comfortable degree. Whether your heart is staying up or you're folding, it's really up to you. It's okay to round your back if that feels comfortable. Especially after back bending, it can give you a nice release of some of those spinal extensors in the back of the spine. And deep, slow breath. Inhale to come on up. Exhale, walk your legs back to table. Inhale, hands a little further than the shoulders. Exhale to lay down. Bow pose. You can bring your heels together, knees apart, and then try to lift your knees. Lift your arms off the floor and breathe. This is the preparation for bow. Strong in the upper back. Feel free to take your knees a little bit wider than you usually might to help activate the glutes. And exhale down, bring your forehead to the floor, relax the body, close the eyes, and take a few breaths at rest there. Now we'll do a second variation, so feel free to repeat the first one as an option. Same principles. Option 2, exhale to catch the outsides of the ankles. Once you catch, engage your glutes. Slowly kick back, lifting the knees. Squeeze your shoulder blades, opening the chest. Icing on top is turning the shoulders in. And breathe. And exhale down. Hands under shoulders. Sit back onto your heels. And we'll press back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale to lift your right leg. With an exhale, bring your knee behind your right hand. Lean onto the outside of the right thigh for pigeon. So you can wiggle the right ankle forward a little. And then take an inhale to lift your heart. Exhale, explore folding like a wave, folding over your shin. Inhale, lift the heart again. Exhale, fold towards your foot. little more external rotation in the hip at that angle. Inhale up again. Exhale, fold wherever you felt more benefit, and pause. You can use your fingertips to help keep the heart up. If you're feeling quite loose in the hips, you might also explore straightening the back leg and gradually rotating it in. So that means the whole pelvis is going to turn towards the ground more. Right hip draws back as part of that. Left hip bone comes down. And your left hip bone is really just the left half of the pelvis. They move together. So they keep drawing back through the right hip, and the rest will follow. Inhale, come up. Bend the back leg again for those of you who straightened it. And as you exhale, bring your right elbow towards the sole of your foot. You can support your chin, be deep in thought. Great place to meditate. Probably not, actually. Or take your hands to heart center and start to turn your left chest open. You can play with coming forward a little bit and then pushing the sole of the foot and the arm into each other. And then release the pose. Inhale, come up, take the hands behind you. And I'll see you on the other side. So simply windshield wiper the legs, taking the left shin to the ground, outer left hip to the ground, and then right knee can wiggle back. Take an inhale to lift your heart. Exhale, fold over your left shin. Inhale up again. Exhale, fold towards the foot. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold over your shin. You can keep the back leg bent. If you're feeling quite loose again, you might straighten the right leg and spiral it inwards. And breathe. Totally good to have the back leg bent as well. It's going to depend on a few factors, mainly the flexibility around the left hip joint. As flexibility increases, the right leg straightens, and we spiral the right thigh in, so that the right side of the pelvis is closer to the floor. You can use that left hand for leverage, pushing into the ground to press the left buttock back. That's going to help with all these actions we're talking about. I'm finding this class is just what I need today, since I usually go running with my pug the day before. I know it's a pug, it's small, but he's quick. I can barely keep up with him. Now we'll take an inhale, lifting the heart, bend the back leg again. Exhale, you can take your left elbow towards the sole of the foot. Feel free to support your chin. Very distinguished posture, great place to be. Option 2, take your hands together. Start to lift the heart, gradually turning the right chest to the sky. Hands towards heart center. And inhale, slowly come on up, take the hands behind you. Windshield wiper the legs side to side dynamically. And then bringing the feet towards the front of the mat. Take the hands about half a foot behind you. Loop the shoulders up to the ears and then back, lifting the heart. And then see how much you can straighten the legs in front of you. Actively squeeze the legs together. This is a modification of fish pose. So the emphasis is pushing the hands towards the pelvis while looping the shoulders up and back, proudly lifting the heart. We can also work the leg line, squeezing the inner legs. You might actually find that this helps lift the heart as the pubic bone drops down a little bit. This is all part of the prana pattern, the pattern of back bending and opening up. Just a simpler way to connect with it. And then sitting more upright, move from the core. Take an inhale to reach the arms forward, spread your shoulder blades. Exhale, point the feet, draw the ribs in. And as you tuck the chin, very slowly make your way down onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest one last time. Apanasana, the Apana pose, which is the opposite of the Prana pattern. You can round into a ball, gently rocking. Head on the floor, or tuck the chin to lift the head off the floor. It's up to you. And then make your way into relaxation. If there's any last postures you'd like to do, go right ahead. I see that's already a little past the time that we planned for today, so I'll leave you to enjoy Shavasana on your own. Wow, 45 minutes, look at that. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope this served you really well, and hope to see you on the mat tomorrow. I've changed the Friday class back to full body power vinyasa, which is running at 7:30 Ottawa time. And there's a 20-minute power class later in the morning at 9 a.m. So maybe I'll see you there if you don't wake up in time for 7:30. 20 minutes. Can he do it? Can I teach a 20-minute class? We'll see. I'll do my best. Thanks, everybody. Peace.